Good afternoon, YouTube. Robin Hood Bricks here. It's Wednesday. It's 4 o'clock. That makes it Brick Hall o'clock with another package from bricklink.com. Awesome. Alright, so this package is from Bricklink, as I said. It's a bit bashed, but nonetheless, I think it has nonetheless survived. I'm trying to open the wrong side there. Now this order has a great number of things that I was kind of buying for, so it's a bit of a mixed bag, or a mixed box, should I say. I was buying for the train shed Mark II, finishing off my GBC container, a few bits for the monorail extension, the farm, of course, with that farmer's field, under the sea, as usual, Ultra Agents bits, and even bits for that mystery build that you haven't yet guessed. Oh, just get rid of the paperwork there. Actually, I've got more sellotape to undo as well. There we go. So this should be quite a diverse order, actually. So let's get in here. Lovely padding, lovely stickers. Oh, and how ordered is that? That's a lovely order to open. And all these bricks are new, so that saves me the job of washing anything, of course, which does take its time. I do get questions how I do wash my pieces, which now I've remembered it, I've gone and got an order of fully new pieces, so there's no need to do any washing, but I keep meaning to actually add it onto one of these haul videos, maybe when I've got a smaller one with some dirty pieces. But essentially, I just wash them up as you'd wash your dishes. Hot water, washing up liquid, and a tea towel, really. And stickered pieces, I do exactly the same, but I just don't leave them soaking for any period of time. Anyway, right, let's have a look at these wonderful sticker sheets. There should be three. Well, there's four. Well, two are the same. There we go. So these ones are from a Ninjago set, as you can probably guess. 71710, Ninja Tuna Car from 2020 this year. And it's just because it's got loads and loads of tiny little stickers that I can add all over the place. So first of all, we got these ones, which are really small, just saying things like Ninja and Level and Dragon, which you could put in all sorts of shop windows to maybe advertise brands that they're selling, and even these little squiggles and arrows and stuff. I thought they'd be useful. But I thought I could also perform some sort of sticker surgery on these bigger ones and actually cut out some of these pieces away from that sort of grey background that they're on, and maybe use those in shop windows as well, or even on maybe just a bit of, because it's dark bluish grey there, isn't it? Maybe on some sort of piece of public equipment, you know, something in the street where somebody's put loads of stickers all over it, a sort of fly posting, you know, advertising things coming up in the city perhaps. So I just thought, for how much was it, 58p, I thought I'd get a couple of those just so I could kind of add a lot more detail to my city. So I'm quite happy with those. Next, another Ninjago. No, hold on. This isn't a Ninjago set. This is a Hidden Side set. I think I've probably got all the sticker sheets from all of the Hidden Side sets by now, or at least nearly all of them. I've been getting them one by one, making sure that they're a decent price when I do. But this one's from 70436, the Phantom Fire Truck, which is also from 2020. Was only 45p. And the main reason I got this was for the computer game stickers, because I plan to do an arcade, as you know. Well, I've already done an arcade, haven't I? But a much bigger one with many, many more machines. And I just love stickers like that, where we've got a racing car, first place, with go and a track in the top, and even a picture of another player. And that very much looks like kind of YouTube as well, doesn't it, really? With videos, how much you've watched, and the descriptions as well. Or it could just be a ghost database, but I'm sure I can use that as well. Then we've got BBQ Champs 19, so that's a quite fun sticker to put somewhere. And I really like these kind of electric bolt things that look like they can be, I don't know, a containment device for something. So I thought it was a really good sticker sheet for using around my city. And you never know, I might be able to put something like that with a minifigure sort of skull recently painted on a car or something like that. Yeah, and some threes. Cool. So really happy to have that as well. That was 45p, so well worth it. And then a very similar vein with this one, which is the one from 71712, Empire Temple of Madness, which is another one of these Prime Empire themed Ninjago sets. And this has got loads of computer game stuff on. So we've got one with Level and a little sort of computer game screen here where it looks like a little ninja kind of on a platform type game. Hopefully you can see that. Then we've got a dragon with another ninja, probably on a platform game with a boss or something like that. A third one, which looks more like a cockpit view, maybe some sort of Space Invader. Yet more ninjas, but going around, probably, it almost looks like Zelda, that, sort of going around a map, old school Zelda. And then that, which could be anything like a sort of Space Invaders or meteors or something like that. But I really like those, and there's some red arrows I might be able to use as well. So yeah, I thought that was quite good. And even a scoreboard, you never know. We might want that in a big arcade with the game over sign as well. I mean, the arcade could even be called Game Over, couldn't it? So that's really fun. So I like that as well. And that was 40p. It was actually cheaper than the other two, surprisingly. So really glad to have those varied sticker sheets for use in my city, as per usual. Then in no particular order, I've got some more large bright green plates, just probably because they were a good price, and I'm going to need loads of these for the sort of fake ground level of my fairground. So 3 of those is very welcome. I've got absolute ton of these 1x2 slopes in grey, dark grey. Nothing special about them except for their price. They were very cheap here, so I bought loads. So there's 3 little bags of them here. There might be even more. From memory, I think it was over 100 I bought. So maybe these are bags of 25 or something. And I'm kind of stocking up on cheap ones of these when I see them, just because I'm going to be doing, well, loads and loads of underground scenes around where I'm going to be doing my mine in due course. The mine itself, of course, which will be built into a bit of a mountain, I'm thinking at the moment. Then I've got the Coast Guard station, which will be, built into a kind of cliff face. And then, of course, I've got my undersea in due course, which will only really start until we've done a fairground. But, that's going to need an absolute ton of these. So it really is operation buy slopes when you see them for a decent price. And then not just in dark grey either. So we've got some here in sand colour and 2x2 ones in sand colour, or tan as it's properly called, but I'm going to be using it for sand. These ones probably more just underneath the sea. Because it's a surprising number of bricks you need for all of these scenes. It really is. And then some dark tan. And these are 1x2 ones. So you can see why it's such a big box now, can't you? And 2x2 ones in dark tan. Now, I bought this combination purely based on price. I'll need more variation in this, both in colour and in shape. But while they were just sort of 1 or 2 pennies each, I thought, yep, I'll have all you've got, thanks very much. Now, another thing that I'm going to resist the urge to tip out is loads of 1x1 round bricks. So I've got 1 bag, 2 bag, 3 bag, 4 bag, 5 bag, and a bit of a bag. So 5 and a bit bags worth of those. And those are all for my farmer's field. So those are going to support the stalks of wheat that will make up my field at the back there. And it just so happens in the last day or so that my latest bricks and pieces order has arrived, and I've broken into that just to get out the 4 long bar pieces, which are going to be the stalks of those wheat pieces rather. So I've got these to sort of hold the bar, and then on top of the bar we'll have one of those Technic half pins in the same tan colour, and that will be my wheat field. So we've got everything we need for that. The rest of that order I have not even looked at, not even peeked at, and we'll probably do that next time. But I think Friday now might well be finishing off that farmer's field, and we can finally close off that corner and get fully onto the fairground. So that's my plan. Very much needed all of those. Right, so on to other stuff in the order. Couple of plates in dark tan, can't remember, must have been on price. Now some pieces for my train shed. Now, when I did my first video on the train shed and it was open-sided, I knew a lot of people wouldn't like it. And I thought I'd end up enclosing it. So I actually started building all of the, or rather buying all of the pieces to enclose it for a second side. So that's the train shed set 10027. And because I thought I was going to have to be enclosing it, when I did this order, I added quite a few pieces for what would have been the sort of second wall that maybe would have been removable, and so on. Now, I am going to do a Mark II of that train shed, but I'm not going to need these extra pieces because I've got an even more cunning plan. So I won't spoil that yet, but just to say that some of these red pieces, 4 inverted slopes there, will not be required to do it. So I'm sure I'll find another use for them in due course. Loads of 1x2 bricks here. Because, I mean, these pieces will... Well, I might even be able to use these in my Ferrari tower, to be honest. A few 1x3 bricks as well. So, no biggie, no real money wasted. And I've got a couple of more small bricks in red and yellow because I need to finish off that GBC container for my shipping container, because I'd had enough pieces before to do the shipping container or the rail wagon, and I ended up just doing the rail wagon. So I'm going to actually do the container as well, so I can have that kind of hanging around my port area. Now this is one of the bonuses from the order here, because when I knew what pieces I was going for, obviously then I looked for other pieces that I'm really interested in, and the one that has the most is the one that I usually buy from. That's the only way that I select stores from which to buy my stuff. And a very, very cool piece that I wanted, which is only part of one set, which is the 123 Sesame Street set 21314 from the current year, is this wonderful piece of a goldfish in a bowl, blowing a few bubbles there. And you only get one of those per set, so this person clearly parted out 3 sets just to have this many. And it was relatively expensive to get these pieces because clearly they're very important and probably in quite high demand. But I thought it was vital that I got them. And that's because I want to use them in my fairground. Now, I don't know if this is a tradition around the world. You'll have to let me know. And it probably isn't a tradition in the UK anymore either, just because of animal welfare issues, you'd imagine. But definitely when I was younger, and for quite a long time, one of the prizes that you often got given when you did hook a duck or some sort of kiddie type orientated game, you'd get given a goldfish in a bag, and you could take it home and put it in a goldfish bowl. And it might last a long time, it might not, but that was definitely the prize. They had dozens of these. So I thought it'd be quite fun, quite retro, if a lot of my visitors to the fun fair had either won or were trying to win a goldfish in a bag. So that's why I've got these. And I reckon I'll just put one of those tiny pieces that I actually bought as well, did I? Yeah, they're in this bag. I can see them. Just chip these out. I thought I'd add kind of one of these pieces to the top of each of them, and then the minifigure hand could kind of grab them, kind of like it was a bag. It almost looks pretty much like the right shape. So yeah, quite a lot of expense for a very small detail, but you know me, I really love my scenes and my details, and I think that'll be absolutely fantastic. So I'm just going to give Robin one of these and see how he looks carrying a goldfish in a bag. Yeah, I think that works, doesn't it? Robin's won one of those. That's really good. Really like those. Fantastic. So I've got 2 more of those pieces to go with those. Then I've got a few of these funky guns that I don't have, which are kind of like the paintball ones or something like that, because they can hold a canister or a sight or something like that. I bought them to arm my, yep, you guessed it, super secret police. Yeah, they're still censoring my videos. See if they do a drive past while we're filming. So I've got 3 of those. I just need one of these facet bricks to use on my monorail. That'll make more sense when we do the video extending that. I don't know if it really deserves its own video, given we're only extending it by a very straight section, but I'll probably combine it with something else small. And I'm going to be using these as the orange stripe in all of the supports for that as well. And the rest of these small multicoloured bits are for that GBC container. So I'll just tip those all over the top of that to make it even harder to find them again afterwards. And then we've got some more of these wedge plates in dark green for the mystery build, which isn't a boat, isn't a plane, isn't a submarine, I can't remember what else your guesses were, but nonetheless, here's some more of them. You'll never get it, so I should stop going on about it, really. It's just going to frustrate you. Some more plates, just to finish builds where I was short of something, I think. I got another one of these. So I've already had one of these, but I saw another one and I thought, yeah, I think I'll get a second one. It's just the end of the what's it called, sidecar on the motorbike of the Junkrat and Roadhog set 75977. I'm going to use it as kind of a 3D sign or part of one on the outside of a shop. I think my skateboard shop, because it kind of looks kind of rad and cool, and that's what this is for indeed, to help it mount to the wall. Yeah, so I said I've already got one of those, but I thought I'd have two, either making it double-sided or just have two on two different sort of aspects of a building, because I think it might be on a corner build or something like that, that one. So I really like that. Not too expensive, so I got another one of those. I think those were for my elephant build, but too late. I think I pilfered them from somewhere else instead. I've got some blue cones there, which I think is a mistake because I think they're supposed to be trans blue. So I'll get in touch with the vendor about those. And some little blue lights for the guys who these guns are for, the SSP. Oh, I think this is a mistake as well. These should be dark red, not red. Okay, I think I might be mentioning that to the vendor as well. Can't resist some stalks or plant life for the undersea in anything I do, so I've got these. They're a bit less of a natural colour, being dark blue, but I figure they could hold up some sort of tentacle or some sort of, actual sea life rather than plants, sort of an anemone or something like that, or maybe there'd even be claws of something bigger. I hadn't thought of that. Look at that, almost looks like a hand reaching out of something, doesn't it? So they're good fun. I think they'll be very useful. What do we got here? Ah, yes. So there's some interesting pieces. Now, I could use these as fireworks, as they've done in a recent Chinese New Year set, with these sort of stars. They're kind of like wands, really, like fairy wands. Or I could use them under the sea as well, in this trans dark pink. So I haven't decided on that, but they were pretty good value. And because I'm going to do a vinyl record shop, music shop, I thought I'd also get this, which has been in a few sets, including the Lego Movie 2 series minifigure Hula Lula, who has one of these records in her hand. And I've already got probably a couple of these, actually, and I've definitely got that minifigure, for example. But I thought if I'm going to have a record store, then some people would be taking the records out, or even there might be some playing in the shop. So I'd need some sort of out of their sleeves, because we know that the sleeves are going to be covered pretty much by all of the wonderful video tiles that are just fantastic, I think. I'm increasingly worried about giving in to trying to start collect those with my problems of collecting all sorts of things. I really don't need more collections, but you know how it goes. So some grey bricks. I'll be able to use those in my cliff faces. I think they were just good price. 6 long ones, 1 red one. Stick them on the heap. Some of those I was using for a build, modified plates in white. 4 1x1x5 bricks for the GBC container, the 4 corner sort of pillars. And yay, more white birds. I just love having birds in my city. I'm a real fan of birds in real life, wild birds. I really like, I'm not a sort of bird watcher as such as a hobby, but I do really enjoy seeing them and feed them in the garden and so on. So I think having little flocks of these on rooftops and in trees and so on is a really good touch in a Lego city. And I think we were short of birds for a very long time, so it's really nice to have them available now. They really should do a couple more. I mean, I know you can get the blue ones and you can get the seagulls, and I've got quite a few of those as well. I think they should do a pigeon and a, a couple of other things as well, just to different species. Or even a nice robin would be nice, wouldn't it? So they're really good as well. So that is the main haul. The most vital bits being all of this for the farmer's field, which we can finally finish and put to bed. The GBC container, of course, the monorail extension, and all sorts of other little bits for things like Ultra Agents and that mystery build, and even Under the Sea, and even a future skateboard shop. Now, that isn't where it ends today. I have actually slipped a little bit on my video purchases, and I have actually bought another video beatbox. This one is the hip hop robot beatbox, and it's got the hip hop robot, of course, who I'm thinking I'll take the robot head, which is kind of underneath this visor, off, put that in a bag with the other ones, and actually give it a yellow head, so it's actually a person. Because I really think that the visor there is really rocking the whole Chemical Brothers sort of look, and he could be actually just a sensational DJ, maybe even visiting the record store. And I've been playing around with the tiles on this guy as well. And my favourites are definitely this cat, which actually rockets across the screen, kind of like it's got a rocket coming out of its behind. And what else was there? The breakdancing one's quite good, confetti gun and so on. So yeah, I'm really liking these, just because, I mean, as an album cover or something, then these are just really fantastic. And you could use them anywhere, really. I mean, for example, that could be used for a diving school or something like that. There's just so many, you know, a music school, anything really, a cat sanctuary, I don't know. But you see, there's absolutely loads there, and they're so colourful and wonderful. I've got to resist the temptation to buy even more. But I do think, last thing on this, that £18 is far too much for one of these, even with all these tiles. But given that Amazon have had them on for £12, I think it's a lot less bad, because they are very good minifigures. That's probably about £5. And if you think £7 over 16 tiles, you do get more than the 12 here. Then, you know, it's about 40p a tile or something. You'd pay a lot more than that for getting these in the aftermarket from Bricklink. So I think it's not so bad. So, good. Right, so there is our finished haul. One more beatbox. I'll try and call it a day there. And loads of things for loads of projects. Awesome. So a very eclectic mix of bricks there that are going to help us expand Brick Nottingham in absolutely every direction all at the same time. I'm sure you'll agree. But some really interesting ones, and some very vital ones when it comes to things like the farm. They came a lot quicker than I had expected, to be honest. So a really good haul. So as always, thank you very much for watching. It is appreciated. Do remember to like, comment and subscribe for more awesome LEGO videos. Also, do remember to support my LEGO GBC building on the LEGO Ideas website. And if you value this channel, there are many ways in which you can support it. Do check out the links in the description below. It really does count. Thanks very much. And next time on Robin Hood Bricks, I think we'll just have to use all of these pieces on the farm to finish that off. And then maybe we can even get the Ferris wheel located on that windowsill as well, while we've got all that access, and really get going into the fairground. So I think that will be a combined farm and fairground Friday. Awesome. See you then.